I'm Hunter Paniagua with Tiger Sports Digest here with Austin Cooper. Talk a little College World Series. We'll preview LSU versus UCLA tomorrow, but for now we're going to get into the other 6 teams. And we'll start with the other teams in LSU's bracket, North Carolina State. They'll have the early game on Sunday. UNC has been a #1 team for most of the year, but they've been a little struggling lately. What have you seen from them?
You know, they have a very good frontline pitching rotation. You know, just to put it bluntly, their starting rotation is probably one of the top ones in the country. They have a very good bullpen as well. A bunch of power arms in the rotation as well as in the bullpen. And, you know, they're just a good fundamental team. They execute when they need to. They can hit for power a little bit. They're just good hitters as well. You know, play good defense. All around, they're a very complete team. You know, much like an LSU is and an Oregon State. But, you know, they're going to have to really counter NC State and their potential offense.
Yeah, NC State's team that, you know, has a lot of recognition because of that Rodon, who's one of the best pitchers in the country. He'll be their frontline starter. But, you know, to get into the other side of the bracket, the only other SEC team that's in the field, Mississippi State, they get a start against Oregon State. What are you looking forward to there?
You know, I want to see how Hunter Renfroe is going to respond to finally being in Omaha. You know, he's been one of the top players in the country all year long after having, you know, a not-so-good year last year. I'm also looking to see how their starting rotation is going to do. You know, it was pretty good all year. You know, against LSU, it struggled a little bit earlier in the year and things like that. But, you know, they got it going down the stretch, and they really, you know, performed when they needed to in the regionals and in the super regionals. So it's going to be interesting to see how they are going up against a very complete team like Oregon State.
Yeah, you mentioned Oregon State's probably one of the more complete teams in the country along with this LSU team, but you know, on the Pac-12, not too many fans over here recognize them, but they're one of the 3 national seeds in their complete team. They can hit and pitch, so they're going to give Mississippi State a run for their money. And the other matchup, we're looking at Indiana and Louisville, Big Ten versus Big East. What are you seeing there?
You know, a big offensive game there. You know, Louisville has guys like Coco Johnson that can really hit for power. They're very fast. They play very good defense, and then Louisville also has very good pitching as well, you know. And Indiana kind of lacks in the pitching department a little bit. Their day 2 starter is pretty good. You know, he's about 6'10", I think. I think he's the tallest player in college baseball. But offensively, both teams are very good. You know, it's going to be a very exciting matchup to see, you know, kind of which pitching staff cracks first in that one.
Yeah, it's going to definitely be a lot of runs there, and pitching is the name of the game in the College World Series, so we'll see which of these teams can keep that going throughout the week. But we'll be there in Omaha for the College World Series, so make sure you stick with Tiger Sports Digest for coverage of all 8 teams.